to the live stream. Thank you guys all for tuning in today. I actually kind of feel bad because I just realized that Dedrick was going live for his birthday, and I had already scheduled this because I couldn't do my live stream on Monday, and I was going to do it on Tuesday, but I thought I was going to be going live with Ross and Dedrick on Dedrick's channel, but then that got pushed back, but I'll talk about that in a second. Let me know what your scent of the day is on your way in. I don't expect this to be a heavy live stream because, again, it's his birthday, so we'll do what we can. Today, my scent of the day, which I'll mention again when we get more people in, it's Outer Banks by Coastal Carolina Parfums. If you want to see my review on it, I will be doing another kind of updated review for it right now. But with that said, we have a lot of other stuff to talk about as well. Just when you're on your way in, if you are watching this on the replay, make sure that on your way in, you hit the like button. I really appreciate you guys. But we have a lot of stuff to talk about. The first thing that we need to talk about is the videos that are upcoming this week. I have a video tomorrow where I'm going to be continuing my series about being a fragrance reviewer and the behind the scenes look at it. And we're now going in. Last week we did the one where we're talking about starting a fragrance channel from the very beginning, starting a fragrance channel, what it means to me, stuff like that. This week we're going to be talking about the editing process, different things that you need to know if you're going to be editing from your phone, whatever it might be. And then we have a top 10 warm weather fragrances or high heat fragrances that are under $50. So designer cheapies. We're not talking about clones. I will be doing a clones video at some point in time for the high heat, but right now we're just talking about high heat designer fragrances that are cheapies. And with that said, what's going on, Kevin? I got an email from you last week and it was completely blank. I don't know what that was all about. I just figured you accidentally emailed me. But yeah, just figured I'd let you know. What's going on, Newt? How you doing? So again, I feel bad because I didn't realize that Dedrick was doing a live stream and it's his birthday. And I was supposed to be doing my live stream on Monday, but that got pushed back because I was doing a live stream on Tuesday. Me, Ross, and Dedrick, we are doing our second decant swap where we send 5 fragrances to both people, and they're the same 5 fragrances. And Ross's didn't arrive, wasn't going to arrive on time, so we ended up having to reschedule it, which kind of screwed my whole week up. And that's why I'm doing my live tonight. So we got a lot of fragrances to talk about. So let's just go down the list and tell you which ones we're talking about. This whole live stream is based around the ones that I just got, but I do have a lot of other ones to talk about. We have, this is Outer Banks. Again, it is one that I just got in about 2-3 days ago, and I'm really, really excited. Well, actually like a week ago because I sent it to Newt. But Outer Banks, and then we also have Surf City. They're both by Coastal Carolina Parfums. We have What Is Left of My God of Fire. I sprayed 2 sprays, and I know Newt is sending me some. Mo sent me enough just to spray it, and so I have enough to just spray it on here so I can let you guys know what I get from it. But it's Stephanie Humbert Lucas, and it's God of Fire, and it's like huge on TikTok right now. We also have one that was sent to me by Newt. You guys wanted me to pick up a full bottle of this, and I'll let you know whether or not I think I should or not. Of Roja Parfums Oceania. And then there's a new Greek brand by a guy named Theodoris Ciens. I can't quite understand how to say the last name, but it's Theodoris, Kalotinis, and it's the first natural Greek house. And they have a few fragrances that I was sent. One's called Coffee Addict. This is from Mo in the chat. Caramel Oud. And the last one he sent me is Lemon Tart. And apparently this guy, he does a lot of gourmands. That's basically what the brand is centered around. So I will be getting into those. If we have enough time, we also have Paco Rabanne's XS that I've never tried. We have Mise en Serre, or I don't know how to say that, and it's called Tonic Water. And what's the last one? Let's see. Initio's Musk Therapy. So if we have enough time, we'll get into that. But what's going on, Chris? How you doing? Scent of the day is Artisan Pure. Nice. And then we got Mo, who scent of the day, or what's up, Mo? Welcome to Mo. Scent of the day is Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. I actually have that on my table. You sent that, a decant of that to me. I have that on my list of fragrances I want to wear over the next week because it's been really hot outside. And then Newt's wearing Wulong Cha. Love Wulong Cha. It's one of my favorites. So, again, I don't expect this to be a heavy live stream. This was a last minute thing, and Dedrick is doing his right now, and there's like 100 people in there. So, with that said, let's start talking about this. This, and I'm not even kidding, this year has been a overwhelming amount of mediocrity when it comes to designer fragrances for sure. I mean, it's overwhelming mediocrity across the board. There hasn't been really any good releases. We do still have the Versace and the Spice Bomb coming out. The niche releases, I haven't really got around to trying, and there hasn't been very many at this point in time. But this is an indie house called Coastal Carolina Parfums. There's a guy named Cameron, aka Cam, who has a YouTube channel. And he started the channel like 4 or 5 years ago, and he turned that into his own brand, Coastal Carolina Parfums. I thought he was the perfumer, but apparently it's this woman named Kelly, and they're kind of like tag teaming it. And they made a fragrance to start their brand called 26 Elixir, which I'm a big fan of. It's almost like a spicier Harrod, if you've ever tried Harrod. Herod, sorry. I always do that. And then they came out with Southern Peach Tea 2 years ago when I first started my channel. It was my number one indie fragrance that year. It legit smells like fresh peaches mixed together with like a Southern brew tea. Very beautiful fragrance. It's a really nice spring and summer fragrance that you can wear all year round, but it's more centered around the spring and summer. Then they had one called Dixie Iris that I got my nose on, and I had a decant of it, and I talked about it at some point in time. But now they had brand new releases. This is Outer Banks and Surf City. I just did my first impressions on it today. So if you guys want to see that, feel free to go check out my channel. So Outer Banks. If you like, let me pull it out. I don't want to drop it, but if you like Creed's Virgin Island water, I'm telling you, if you don't want to spend that $250 price tag and you want a fruitier version of it that is centered around lime, especially lime, watermelon, mint, ambergris, this fragrance is going to do that. While it's in the realm of Virgin Island water, and as soon as I sprayed it on, I was like, that reminds me of a fruitier Virgin Island water. It legit is super high quality. It's one of the best, if not the best, indie fragrance that I have tried since I became a reviewer. And you can get this for like $120 less for a full. This is just a 30 mil. This is $70, but you can get $117 for the 50 mil, and it's $100 less than what you can get Virgin Island water for, and it is worth it. I sent one to Newt, and he really liked it. One of my moderators. It is fresh. It's clean. It's vibrant. It is amazing, absolutely amazing. But as it gets to the dry down, as that kind of tropical fruitiness starts to wane, you get a little bit of this beautiful amber earthiness from the ambergris that really does make the fragrance go in its own direction, and I love the way that they do that. It's a really nice fragrance. It actually lasts on my skin, so I wore it yesterday and today, and the fragrance lasts about 7 to 8 hours. It projects above average for the first 2, and then kind of wanes, but it's around the same as Virgin Island water. It's exactly what you would expect to get with this style of fragrance. Very, 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 very good fragrance. If you guys want to try it, they do have decants on their site. I don't have any affiliates or any kind of codes or anything for you guys, so do it at your own risk, but I can tell you they are definitely worth it. But anyway, what's up, Gian? How you doing, man? I just saw you in the other live stream. I felt bad that I had to do my own live now that I saw that Dedrick was live with his birthday, but I'm pretty sure that people are going to stay and celebrate his birthday, so whatever. I hate they discontinued Gentleman Cologne. They still have it on Walgreens for $80. They sell Gentleman Cologne pretty much anywhere. You can buy it online. The one that I'm really upset that they discontinued and that you can't find anymore is Gentleman Only Casual Chic. That if you've ever smelled Lacoste Blanc Eau Fraiche, imagine that, but with the Givenchy Gentleman Only DNA. It is amazing. The ginger in that is fantastic. The fragrance is effervescent. It is just everything that you want in a high quality gentleman like cologne that just has a really nice ginger top. Anyway, I got to try more from this house. Yeah, I agree, Newt. You should definitely do that. And right now they're doing a BOGO deal where you get two 30 milliliters, both of Outer Banks and Surf City. And then you get, I think, a 17 milliliter of peach tea. And it's like $140, which honestly, for that, it's really good. Virgin Island water does have some serious competition. It's crazy good. I really, really like it. Um, how's Gentleman EDT for the summer? Uh, the Gentleman only EDT is better for the summer. The regular EDT, it's fine. It's more of an office safe fragrance than like a high heat fragrance. Like I wouldn't come out and say Gentleman EDT is what you should choose for the high heat. It's just not that. Um, does it have a rum note in it? No, it does not have rum. At least based on the note breakdown and what I smell, it does not have rum in Outer Banks. This is more focused again around lime, watermelon, a little bit of a mintiness under there. You get some ambergris in the dry down, a little bit of an herbaceous feeling in the mid, but yeah, it's really nice. Now we're going to talk about Surf City. So this one, I'm still not sure what it reminds me of. And you guys know I love to do my comparisons. I like to compare things. It's just the way that I am. If I have so many fragrances, if I smell something, I want to be able to at least tell you guys, hey, it has vibes of this. So at least you have an idea what it smells like, especially when we're talking about indie fragrances. This one reminds me of something, but I'm not sure what it is. And it comes off to Newt a bit different than it comes off for me because he said it reminds him of Juliet Has a Gun vanilla vibes, but there's no vanilla in it. And so that's what really confused me about what he was saying. Um, so for me, it starts out with a nice effervescent pop. And I know I keep saying that, but literally both of these are vibrant, effervescent. This is more of a signature summer scent, while the other one is more of your beach, pool, going out to a party during the summer, something like that. This one, it almost feels like a citrus tropical blue. So it doesn't have like the mango and the passion fruit and stuff like that. It's going to be more of your green apple. So the green apple is heavy in it. The ginger is heavy in it. You also do get like a little bit of a rinded grapefruit. And I thought it was mandarin orange, but it's clementine in the opening. So it's kind of like a medley of the rinded citrus and a little bit of this green apple. As you get further into the fragrance, the ginger starts to pop. You get a little bit of the soapy tone on top of it. And then on top of that, the green apple really does take charge of the fragrance. And it has almost, and I said this to Newt, it reminds me almost of like a green apple version of Coach Platinum, which does have vanilla in it because there is a vibe of vanilla, and I don't know what that's coming off like because maybe they did use vanilla and it's just not in the note breakdown. But the green apple in this is very nice. It has a nice soapy chord to it. Doesn't smell like green Irish tweed. Maybe Coach for Men green could be where it is, but like Newt just said, it's a little bit more complex than what you get with Outer Banks. Outer Banks is a lot more straightforward. While it still does have a nice transition in Outer Banks, this one, there's, like he said, like a complexity to it. I don't exactly know what I'm smelling because the note breakdown does not describe this fragrance outside of the citruses, the apple, and the ginger. Once you get past that, like the nutmeg and something that, like, a bunch of notes that I read, and I was like, how is that in this fragrance? It's a beautiful signature spring and summer scent. Green apple. It doesn't remind me of Born in Roma, no. I was trying to think. The only thing I can think is it's almost like a mix between two things. And that is like Coach for Men green and Jasada Ambassador. It's almost like I said, a tropical citrus blue, but it's not even that. Like that's just what comes to my mind because it's not really tropical, but when you smell it, you're like, wait, it kind of is. It's complex, and so the only thing I can really explain to you is that it's green apple heavy. It has that nice soapy ginger in it. It smells tropical while still being more of a Jasada ambassador style, while remaining to be almost designer esque. Uh, I think it smells great. And this one actually lasts 8 to 10 hours and it leaves a nice sheen on your hand because he does use extrait oils. Well, again, it's not him, it's Kelly, who is the person who is the perfumer for him. But I suggest that you try both of them because Outer Banks and Surf City are fantastic fragrances. Well, Outer Banks is still more my style, and I think that this one is going to be one of the signatures for him. He's going to have really good sales with that. I think that people are going to love that fragrance, especially if you like Virgin Island water and that style of DNA. Surf City is a little bit different. I still think that people are really going to like it. It's a very easy wear, but it's complex. It's more, again, designer-esque. It's not going to be something unique that you're going to find in like high-end niche fragrances that are doing something artistic. It's not like that. While it's more like a complex designer. And I really like it. I gave it like an 8.5 in my video, and I gave the Outer Banks like a 9.2. And I think the opening of Outer Banks is a 9.2, while the dry down's more like a 8.5 to a 9. I think that fragrance is absolutely the best fragrance I have smelled this year so far. I mean, and that's saying something because I smelled a lot of good fragrances. Let's see. What do you think about Philip Plein No Limits? So there's a lot of hate on Philip Plein No Limits. I didn't really go into that, but I never really bought a bottle. Somebody sent me a decant. I think it might have been Mo. And I tried it, and I said, oh, wait, no, it was Eddie. And I know that's Eddie's favorite fragrance. And I said, I like it. It smells nice. Will I buy a bottle? No, it's just not worth it. It's a good fragrance, but I know a lot of fragrances that are in that same style of DNA that do the same thing for the same price that you can find on discounters between like $30 and $40. And so Philip Plein No Limits, I mean, I try it out for yourself, make your own decisions, because again, Eddie said it's his favorite fragrance and he has 400 fragrances. So that's up to you. All the gentlemen only flankers were fire. I wish they'd go back to those flankers. So do I. So do I. Because I want a bottle of Gentleman Casual Chic, and now they can't be found pretty much anywhere. The last time I saw it, it was on that perfume.ca or whatever it was called. And I went to buy it, and they sent me a link saying that they were sold out. Would you like to buy something else? I was like, no, fuckers, I want that one. Best Valentino Born in Roma. I still, to this day, and you guys can tell me that I'm wrong, I still think the original Valentino Born in Roma is the best one. I'll say that to the day I die. I still like every one of them. The only one I didn't like was the one that came out this year, the Green Extravaganza. It's okay. It's just really generic, and so I don't really like that fragrance that much. I don't hate it. It's just wasn't a love for me. Valentino Yellow Dream. It's a nice like pineapple creamsicle with spice. Very easy wear. And that in Coral Fantasy, you need to own one or the other because they are used for the exact same situation. So decide whether you want a pineapple creamsicle with like this gingerbread spice on top, or do you want a red candy apple? It is like a red candy apple. As you get to the dry down, you get this tobacco that comes in, but not too heavy. So do you want red candy apple or do you want pineapple creamsicle? I personally like pineapple creamsicle better. I know a lot of people like the red candy apple. So yeah. Then Valentino Intense, that is my number 2. I think that takes the best of everyone in the line. It has the DNA of the original. It adds in the vanilla from Yellow Dream. It adds in the fruitiness that you get from Coral Fantasy, and it mashes them all into one. I think that is the most mass appealing in the line, while I still think that the original one is the best. I've seen No Limits on News Parfums for like $23, so yeah, you can get it for a decent price no matter where you find it. Agreed. It's Born in Roma Intense or the OG. Yeah, it's one or the other. The other ones are just they're easy wears. I would say just Rock Stud Noir and Green Extravaganza, throw them out the window. They are not worth buying. I finally tried Rock Stud Noir. They had a decant of it at my Nordstrom's, and I said, nope, that one is not very good. Either is the Green Extravaganza. So outside of those, the rest of the line is fair game, but the original is the one that my wife likes the most, the one that my daughter likes the most, my sister likes the most, my brother likes the most. The Intense is the one that I get the most compliments on, but it's really you decide. Those two are very good fragrances. The Intense is a little bit more youthful than the original, though, so think about that when you're buying. Um, Surf City is way more complex, more interesting. Yeah, what's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? All right, let's see about Oceania. Okay, so whenever I did my last decant swap with Ross and Dedrick, I was on there and I asked you guys a question. I said, I'm in between picking up 2 out of 3 fragrances. I know one of them is Suspiro Vibrato, which I just have the bottle. It's on the way today. So I'm really happy about that. The other 2 were both Rojas. I asked you guys, should I get Isola Blue, which I've already tried, or should I blind buy, which is more exciting to blind buy, Roja Oceania? And you guys, like, drastic overhaul, said, let's do Oceania. There was a few Isola Blues in there, but most people said Oceania. I tried it out the other day whenever I got it in from Newt. It was like yesterday or the day before that. And it smells nice. That is as far as I'm going to go because this is a super personal enjoyment. It's not personal, super situational spring and summer fragrance. And I told Newt the only place that I would ever wear this fragrance would be to a wedding. And the wedding on a beach or something like that. And that is like the only time I would wear this fragrance because it smells really nice, but it's in the same category as fragrances like Enigma and stuff like that, where not the smell, but like the situational value to it, where the citruses up top are really nice, but it's the powdery tone. I'm not a huge fan of powders. I've already known that. I know this is one of Ross's favorite fragrances, but the powdery tone comes through to me almost very chalky. And it's just something about it. As it dries, I start to like the fragrance. But when you take the citrus and the powder and you throw them in your face because it's a super freaking strong fragrance, that is going to be the part that I don't like. The fact that I can deal with powders, I love citrus, but whenever you make them so overly polarizing and the powdery tones just come off chalky, it makes it very situational for me. And so while I think the fragrance is probably like a 7.8 to an 8 as far as the scent profile is concerned, if I had to factor in wearability, I'm telling you, I'd give it a 7. Like the fragrance doesn't do anything for me. And Isola Blue is a 9, maybe a 9.5. I love that fragrance, but everybody was saying that Oceania was so much better, blah, blah, blah. I 100% disagree with you. And I think Oceania, it might get you compliments, but my wife hates it. Like she said, that smells disgusting. She said it smells like a rotten lemon head. And I was like, I don't really get that. But I had other people test it out whenever I went down to my work the other day, yesterday. And I went down and I was picking up my new laptop. And my boss smelled it, and her name's Liz, and she was like, nah, I don't know. I was like, see, I was saying the same thing. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I want to get people's opinions. Like, is it just my skin chemistry or whatnot? And I had it sprayed on another guy that I work with. I sprayed it on his wrist, and it wasn't skin chemistry because he didn't like it, Liz didn't like it, I didn't like it, my wife didn't like it, my daughter didn't like it. There was not a single person that would have given me a compliment on that, so I don't know if it's just where I live or because around me, people don't really wear fragrances. Like in Pittsburgh, I don't think I've ever smelled a fragrance on somebody else outside of like Axe. So I don't know if it's just my city, but I can tell you, Rojo's Oceania it's just not for me. It's not something I'll ever own a full bottle of. And I know that Omos, who, if you guys know, he's a WWE wrestler. He was on Ross's channel yesterday, and they were talking about Oceania. And Omos said the worst blind buy that he has ever made was Roja Oceania, because he fell for the hype, and he bought the fragrance, and he got it in, and he was like, nope, and he ended up giving it away to one of his friends. And that's exactly how I feel. If I would have blind bought that fragrance based on what you guys told me, then I would have ended up giving it away to one of you guys. I mean, you would have loved that, but I would have either done that or I would have sold it, because I would have never worn that fragrance. Unless, again, I had a beach wedding. So, yeah, it's... So what I'm doing is, so today I picked up Suspiro Vibrato and Bohemian Lime. And then I'm cashing out the rest of my affiliate, because I use my affiliate for those. I'm cashing out the rest of my affiliate. I'm buying Lomari Porthole because it's in stock right now on Scent Split. So I'm going to pick that up, which is like $290. And then after that, my first one I'm buying is Roja Isola Blue. And then the one that I'm buying after that is Southern Peach Tea, but my wife's getting that for Christmas, or for my birthday. I keep calling it Christmas. My daughter's like, well, it is technically Christmas. It's like Christmas on your birthday. I was like, yeah, it's called a birthday. Um, What's up, AS? How you doing, man? Scent of the day is Blue Talisman. I've heard that was really good. I just watched a video from Dedrick talking about Blue Talisman. I've never heard of it. No one's ever mentioned it on my channel before, but I heard that one's really good. I heard it's a nice fragrance. Bohemian Lime. Yeah, that's the right. Yeah, I got Bohemian Lime. Didn't you see that in our chat? Goldfield and Banks, Bohemian Lime. I was going to get Pacific Rock Moss, but I decided to get Bohemian Lime. Isn't that what it's called? Am I losing my mind? You put a question mark. Pretty bottles have some influence too. Yeah, they sure do, Neil. 100%. Jordan said he's going to give away a bottle of Oligarch. He did. Same person. Jordan is Omos from WWE. In the same live stream, he said he's going to be doing a giveaway of his Oligarch, which is kind of just like a heftier Isola Blue. They're the same fragrance. They re-released it, but it's just a little bit heftier. But yeah, Bohemian Lime and Pacific Rock Moss, I consider them like twins. They don't smell the same, but every time that I think of one, I think of the other one. Yeah, Bohemian Lime, I'm picking that up with Vibrato, and those are on the way to me right now. If you guys saw, Vibrato sold out in about 23 minutes today. So if you are ever interested in that, make sure you pay attention to my community tab, because it sells out quickly. But I got that today. And then Bohemian Lime Tester right now is 119. So I got that as well. Hoping Invictus Aqua comes to the U.S. market. So from what I'm understanding, it's not. I don't quote me on that. But the Raban Instagram account, they did a live stream. And during the live stream, when I was listening to it, they said the Invictus Aqua 2014 would be a reimagined version from back when they first released it, and that it would be exclusive to the specific countries, and I can't remember what it was. And they said it was exclusive to specific countries and online only. And the United States was not part of that list. And then they also released a statement on their website saying that it was only coming out for this amount of time. Is like supposed to be like 6 months in Europe only. And so unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be getting Invictus Aqua in the States, but they might see like a really big change in how many bottles they're selling, and they might just decide to release the whole thing, because Paco Rabanne has done that before. They discontinued 1 Million Lucky, and then they brought it back for a tester period the end of 2023 during the holidays, and they sold so well that they ended up just keeping it as a limited distribution. And so that they might do that with Invictus Aqua, but who knows. Bohemian Lime is really good. I just can't remember which one I like better, that or Pacific Rock Moss. It's been so long ago. Morning from Bangkok at 7:30 a.m. Saw you drink something. What is that? A latte or bubble tea? So it's a venti cold brew, and I get this every day. It is just cold brew filled all the way up to here, and then there's a little bit of cold foam on top, and then I get cinnamon dolce powder on top. So it's just cold brew coffee with vanilla sweet cream, cold foam on top, and cinnamon dolce powder, and I absolutely love it. We have people who live next door to us that work at Starbucks, so we end up trading them. My wife is the manager at a Brugger's near me, and so they trade the coffees for bagels a lot. But yeah, not releasing in the U.S. is dumb. I completely agree. I said completely a lime because I was reading Mo's comment. Bohemian Lime or Pacific Lime? Well, Pacific Lime is right there. That is by Atelier. I'm talking about Goldfield and Banks Bohemian Lime. Pacific Lime I already own. Um, hmm, Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. I did not. So let's get into another one. This is an overhyped fragrance on TikTok that people have been blowing out of the water and saying that it's one of the best, if not the best, fragrance out there. And it's called God of Fire by Stephanie Humbert Lucas. And the only reason I got put onto it is because I tried out Lamari Porthole. And it is now my favorite um, tropical fragrance. High quality, just everything. Everything is amazing about that fragrance. And if you look on Troll Granica, sorry, I have a cold. If you look on Troll Granica, God of Fire is one of the ones that it's compared to, and so I sprayed it on, which there's nothing left in it now, but I had enough to spray it one more time. I thought there was enough in the atomizer, and it is not worth the money at all. It's a pretty ass looking bottle, but the people on TikTok are just losing their minds because somebody told them it was good, and so they got it in. And while it doesn't smell bad, it definitely is not Lamari Porthole. And Lamari Porthole might be $70 more, but it's worth like $300 more. I'm not even kidding. Like, the difference in quality, the difference in the smell, it is just absolutely absurd. God of Fire smells nice. It is a nice tropical fragrance. Don't get me wrong. Is it worth $220 on the steepest discounter you can find? Absolutely not. I've heard people talk about this. This is almost like and I hate to say it, but just if I knew nothing about the price, this is the cheap man's Lamari Porthole. It smells like a clone that just didn't do it right. And while you do get this mango in there, you get a nice tropical fruitiness. It does not come off like a natural mango. It does not come off like a natural muskiness. It doesn't. Well, I know that musk is not. Now I'm just trying to throw things out there, but there's fragrances out there that can mask notes that are synthetics with naturals to make it feel more natural, and this one does not do that. God of Fire, the first like 10 seconds, 20 seconds of the fragrance is the best part, and Mo told me that, and I didn't know if I would agree with him, but I 100% agree. As soon as you spray it on, it smells great. After 20 seconds, it's like everything just starts to muddle. It gets very boring, and then it's just a average fragrance that I wouldn't spend over $100 for. But it smells nice. It has a pretty bottle. I mean, that's about it. So if you guys were thinking about God of Fire, and even with my thoughts, you still want to try it out, make sure that you get a decant first. Do not blind buy God of Fire, please. I know it's huge on TikTok, and I know most of the people on this live stream don't follow TikTok, but God of Fire is just super boring, and I might change my mind whenever because Newt sent me a decant of it, a bigger decant, so I could actually get wares out of it. But just based on what I smell now and what Mo has told me, I completely agree with him. But I saw Sandy entered the chat. What's going on, Sandy? How are you? Hopefully that you're having a great day. Um, Good evening, everyone. Scent of the day is Jasada Ambassador Titanium. I saw you wrote that in my Scent of the Day post, but I haven't commented back on anybody's. I usually do that at night. How do you like Jasada Ambassador Titanium? Because I've heard behind the scenes from reviewers who have got it in, that it's not really worth it compared to the other Jasadas. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? Let me know. Because I actually really value your opinion, Sandy, because you've put me on and put me off to fragrances that I should have been off or on to. So I definitely value your opinion. Nude, it's good. It's more of a masculine, powdery Pegasus. Oh, so you were already answering. Um, Yep, that's pretty much what I've heard. Um, so another reviewer that got it in told me that it smells like a dumbed down version of Pegasus that was a little bit more powdery and honestly a little bit more mediocre. That's the exact words they used. So, with that said, I'm not interested in it because Pegasus is good, but I, I'm fine with it. I don't need Jasada Titanium to be honest with you. I mean, and yes, I would go by my own opinions, but I honestly didn't even care to get Jasada Titanium in the first place. So, I mean, unless they decided to send it to me and I could review it then, but I still need to get a full bottle of Ambassador because I ran out of my decants and I sent one of the other ones to Ross. So, yeah, anyway. With that said, we are now at 100% God of Fire isn't so fire. Yeah, I completely agree. With that said, we're going to be getting into. I'm anti powder, so I am anti powdery fragrances, but at the same time, there are powdery fragrances that I have enjoyed. Um, and so it's not necessarily am I 100% anti powder. It's just whenever the powder is made to be a prominent part of the fragrance, like I like Pegasus. It's just to me, this is the way that I look at powdery fragrances. The powder in the fragrance makes it more situational the more powder that's in it. And do you guys agree with me? The more powdery the fragrance, the more situational for the most part. That's what I've found with most fragrances. That's why they don't use powders in a lot of designer fragrances. Like Virtus Vanilla Oud is one that I like that is powdery. It's will I buy a full bottle? No, because it's situational. I do like the fragrance, but I have 20 milliliters behind me, so I definitely don't need it because I won't wear through that. Pegasus, I like. Situational. Will I own a bottle? Yes, I will own a bottle at some point in time. There's another one behind me that is from this house, Louis Cardin, and I tried it out, and it's powdery, and I like it. It's a powdery gourmand, and will I wear that all the time? No. I know Black Phantom has a powdery tone to it, and the one that Mo just sent to me today that I was smelling, it's powdery as well. There's some powdery coffee scents too that come off more powdery than anything that I actually quite enjoy. So, shit on you, Newt. I saw your comment. Name one. But anyway, so now we're going to get into fragrances by the first ever Greek house, and it is Theodoris Kalotinis or Kalotinis. I'm not 100% sure how to say the last name. I was trying to figure that out. These were sent to me by Mo. And again, the name is Theodoris Kalotinis, Kalotinis. And if you type that into Google, you'll find, and I believe he's over in Europe. So even you, Sandy, you could try these out. Apparently, he does more gourmand fragrances than anything. But we have lemon tart, we have caramel oud, and we have coffee addict. So we were just talking about coffee. Might as well start with coffee addict. Holy shit. In all of my trials, I've been trying to find a fragrance that had roasted coffee beans that it smelled like you were walking into a barista shop, whether it's Gloria Jean's or Starbucks, and you can smell the roasted coffee beans, especially like homegrown coffee shops. I've been trying to find a fragrance that smells like that. No fragrance has even come close to smelling like that. While they all claim to have roasted coffee, like Halloween Man X, no. People say it smells like roasted coffee. It doesn't fucking smell like roasted coffee. There's a lot of other fragrances that claim that, and none of them came close, or there was so many other notes in the fragrance, they blended together and it minimized the coffee. This one, holy shit, it smells like roasted ass coffee with this kind of French vanillic background. Wow. Oh, that is a 9.5 out of 10. As far as coffee fragrances go, that's a fucking 10 out of 10. Dude, that's a bottle. That is a bottle. That is number one on my list of pickups. That is jumping isolate. No, it's not. It's going to be a fall and winter fragrance, so I got to be smart. It's number one on my pickups in fall. Man, wow. It's called, somebody just, Chris, it's by Theodoris here, Mo, can you put the link in the chat, please? Thank you. Theodoris Ciens. It's the first ever Greek house, and he has a website online, and it is, holy shit. I can smell it over here, and it's like, wow, but at the same time, it's like, wow. I love it. This is so good. It smells, oh wow, yeah, 100% nude over Carnal Desire. That Carnal Desire has the roasted coffee, but again, that's one of the ones I was talking about, where it has the roasted coffee, but it has a blend of notes that is masking the coffee and minimizing the coffee. This is roasted fucking coffee. This is roasted coffee. Like, this is what you would expect to smell if you were blending and you were doing the zzz in with roasted coffee beans, and then you opened it up to dump it out and you smelled it. That's the roasted coffee beans. And then there's a background of like French vanilla. And that is all that's going on, and that's all I need. That's all I need. I've been wanting somebody to do a simplistic coffee fragrance that is natural, that smells like, and I know that you can't get like, you know what I mean. This smells like simplistic. No, I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about Theodoris Ciens. Can you post his website where you can buy it? It's simplistic, and it's exactly what I wanted. It is roasted coffee forward. If you want what smells like, again, a barista making freaking roasted coffee, or when your mom used to use, whenever they first did that spinny thing on top of the grinder. Shit, I couldn't think of it. When they first released the grinder and you heard your mom doing that in the morning and you would come downstairs to the smell of coffee, that is what this shit smells like, with a French vanilla undertone. I don't get anything else from it right now, and I don't really give a shit. Oh, dude, that's great. That is great. Might be a little bit of chocolate under there. I honestly don't know, and I don't care. I just know that there's roasted coffee, and it smells great. That is Coffee Addict by Theodoris Ciens, and it is amazing. It is amazing. It is great. I am excited to see what else they have. I am super excited. Okay, so we did a fall and winter one. Now, well, I mean, you could wear this like if you wake up in the morning and you want to spray something. You could wear that if you're like at your house. I don't see why you couldn't. Now we're going to go something I'm hoping is fresh. It's called Lemon Tart. Even though he does gourmand, so I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm getting into now. Oh, okay. I just knew he had a website. I'm guessing that's only for Europe. Oh, decant's broke. Mo. Yeah, it's broke. I got one spray out of it. Is there coffee in this too? I don't even know. I just want to make sure I didn't spray something on already. So, come on. Yeah, it's not my skin. It definitely has a coffee note to it. I would have expected that. That was a letdown. Lemon tart is definitely a letdown. It doesn't smell bad. It smells like it's not as lemony as I had expected. But I honestly didn't get enough out of this. Let's see if I can dab it on my skin. All right. Let's see if I get something different from that. Okay. So that worked a little bit more. It does smell exactly what you would expect a lemon tart to smell like, but almost like if it was dipped in coffee. But let me see if it's just that I'm smelling this still. Let me look up. It's going to be hard for me to find this. Theodoris Ciens, and it's lemon tart. Let's see what the note breakdown says. No, there's no coffee, so I think I'm just still getting the coffee in my nose from that. Um, so it says that it's lemon zest, lemon, whipped cream, vanilla, tartrine, butter. Oh, it's the butter. That's why. It's the butter accord. It doesn't really do much for me. It does smell like a lemon tart, but it's not lemony enough. So, with that, I would give it like a 7. It doesn't really do much for me. It does smell like a lemon tart, but it's just not lemony enough for me to like. If it was more lemon, I might like it more. And it's not projecting heavy. I have to stick my nose into it. Well, I can still smell the coffee from this. What creed are we talking about? I saw somebody just posted Creed retails for $4.70 for 100 milliliter. What fragrance are we talking about? Because I understand it retails, but nobody buys retail anymore. You can get I got this for 175 bucks. You can get Aventus cologne right now on Venba that I posted today for $200. I understand they do retail for between 380 and 540 on average, but they're oh, okay. I was wondering, did somebody ask a question? I know Creed retails for 470, but I get all mine on what's it called, Venba Fragrance, which they get it from the same distributor as Creed. And because I know the owner of Venba Fragrance, and he gets it from the same distributor as Creed, and he sells them for between 200 and 240. So I really enjoy getting it from that site. And Coffee Addict is 45 euros for 50 mils. That's impressive. See, that's why I said, Sandy, I knew he was over there, so you're going to get the best prices. We over in the United States are not going to get the best prices. But anyway, since I just got done, the lemon tart is just It doesn't do anything for me. It kind of smells exactly like what you would expect, a lemon tart, but it has this buttery accord that's kind of masking the lemon, which I don't really like. So I tried lemon tart, and lemon tart just isn't for me. I think that they needed more lemon in that for it to actually be a good fragrance. To me, it's just kind of like So now I'm going to be trying out Caramel Oud by, again, the same house. This is Theodoris Ciens. Definitely caramely. Nobody wants to smell like a tart. Caramel Oud's good too. It doesn't blow me out of the water like... Yeah, man, Coffee Addict is where it's at. See, the Caramel Oud, It's definitely better than the lemon tart, but it's still not wowing me. It definitely has the caramel in there, and then it has this darker richness. But when you hear caramel oud, you would expect like a heavier, denser woods. And while I mean, I just sprayed it on, so it might get to there. It smells nice. It's just it's not doing anything that Coffee Addict. I just sprayed Coffee Addict, and that made me so wow. It made me like want to go buy the fragrance right now. That all the other fragrances that I'm gonna smell after this are just gonna be pieces of shit. Well, caramel oud's actually nice. It's just when you smell Coffee Addict, it's just there's no comparison. Coffee Addict is just so much better. Nobody wants to smell that. What's up, Mike? If you guys haven't followed Mike at I Smell, make sure to go do that. He's been doing a couple live streams lately. That one of them I took a part in, and the other one I was in Starbucks line for like 45 minutes. So I just was in the chat for a while. May have to get the Jensen's discount code by the Coffee Addict. Then why does Jensen's know about Theodoris Ciens? I guess it does. He have some kind of what's it called, affiliate code with them? Huh. This smells really freaking good. Well, if anybody from the Theodoris Ciens marketing people see this live stream, which I doubt it because I don't have any of the names in it, you need to send me a bottle of Coffee Addict. Please. I'm going to buy it anyway, so. Lucky Cent discount. Oh, Lucky Cent discount. Sorry, I don't know what Jens has discounts to. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I did before I had a channel, but now that I have a channel, it's like so hard to keep track of that kind of stuff. Let's see how much Coffee Addict is. I bet you if I type in Coffee Addict, it's... Oh, it does. Send $55 for us, too. So, that is a steal. That's really good. Roasted coffee beans, my dude. And the opening had more of a French vanilla vibe. It's just still roasted coffee beans. $55 is a really good price for this. I'm telling you, if you want to smell like roasted coffee beans, I don't know how long it lasts. I'm sorry if you buy this before I give you that information. I will be doing a full note breakdown. I will be doing a full review on this. It's just I don't have very much. I have like this much of it, so I won't be able to do a full review outside of just like maybe my next live stream. I'll give you guys the information, but I don't think I'll be able to do a... If I did a full review with just that decant, I'd be lying, so I'm going to have to get a full bottle of that. What's up, Jay? How you doing, my dude? Happy almost birthday in August. My birthday is in 12 days. I'm going to try to do a birthday live stream. Hopefully I am available that day. But yeah, my birthday is on May 20th. I have like 6 birthdays to attend this week. My daughter's birthday is on the 10th. My nephew's birthday is in like 6 days. My sister's birthday, my birthday, my mom's birthday. Everybody. Got a lot of birthdays coming up. May always seems to be that, in August always, because my wife's birthday is August 8th. So yeah, your birthday, Ryan, everybody's. My birthday is this Sunday. See, Mike, everybody, and Sandy's. How many birthdays do we have? Scent of the day for Mike is 2007 vintage. Oh, I thought you were saying vintage green. Vintage Guerlain Homme Eau de Toilette. Citrusy mint mojito. Nice. I actually have never smelled the original Guerlain Homme. I wanted to try... Didn't they just release one? Is that the EDP that they just released? I don't know if I'm getting confused. Taurus season. Yeah. What's the cutoff? So you guys are Taurus. I'm Taurus. The 21st is the cutoff. It's the 21st is the first day of Gemini. But happy birthday to everybody, absolutely. But so we got through the Theodoris Ciens. We got through the Oceania by Roja. We got through probably what is the best release of this year, which is Outer Banks. I'm not even kidding. So far, from all the fragrances I've tried this year, this is the best release of the year. Coastal Carolina Parfums, and they do ship internationally. I don't know the price on it, but I just saw it on their website, so I figured I would tell you. This smells like a watermelon lime dominant version of Creed's Virgin Island water while doing its own thing in the dry down. And then you have Surf City, which is kind of like their green apple ginger blue. Anyway, so now that we do have a little bit of time while my wife is feeding my dog, I have to stay on the live. So we have three other fragrances. We have Initio Musk Therapy. We have Paco Rabanne, the original XS. And then we have one by Ms. and Sir, and it's called Tonic Water. You know what? I want to try Tonic Water first because I haven't tried any fresh fragrances on this stream so far. There's nothing on my wrist. Thank goodness. I'm so used to spraying on my wrist first that I didn't want to do that this time. And I left them open. So I have two wrists open. I don't know. Very polarizing. Like, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that. I sprayed that on my wrist. I hope that dries better because it opens up and it's not very good. It's like super spicy dominant, and it's like not at all what I would expect to smell tonic water. It's like citrus and spice, like a lot of spice. What y'all think of that frag I'm getting? What frag are you getting? Ryan Bork. I'm getting Micallef Gin and Tonic for my present. Oh, that's a great one. Micallef Gin and Tonic. That is almost like if you took the two Lacoste that were released the last 2 years and just blended them together. It's pretty much what you get. Lacoste Blanco Fresh and Lacoste Blanco Intense. Mix those two together and you pretty much have that one. I don't like this fragrance at all. Yikes. Yes, my belated birthday. So for my birthday, my daughter is getting me Dumont Nitro Red. She said she wanted me to get me something, and so she's getting me Dumont Nitro Red. I didn't want her to spend more than like $30, so that's what she's getting me. And my wife is getting me. I told her you have two options. I'll give you one at a lower price range and one at a higher price range. The lower price range is Chisada Ambassador, and the higher price range is Coastal Carolina's Southern Peach Tea. I am out of my bottle, and I want a new bottle. So I think she's going to get me the Southern Peach Tea, and I really hope that's so because I love that fragrance. One of my favorite, if not my favorite indie fragrance out there is probably Southern Peach Tea. It's so damn good. Anyway, so let me see what's even in this Ms. and Sir tonic water. More like shit. I hate this stuff. It's not good. It's made by Alberto Marias. What are you doing, Alberto Marias? Marias? All right. Yeah, it's not good. It doesn't smell like tonic water at all. Top notes are cologne, essence of Szechuan pepper. That's what I'm getting. Szechuan pepper and cardamom. That is what I'm getting up top. A heavy dose of pepper. Heart notes, ambroxan and cetalox and cachalox. Base notes are frankincense, papyrus, wood, vanilla absolute, and norlimbinol. So it's basically just a spicy cologne. Yeah, it's not good. It is way too spicy for a fresh fragrance. And this could have been good. If they remove that pepper, this might have been good. And it might dry down better. It smells like it's getting better as it's drying. But I can tell you, it's not very good. I mean, that's one of the worst I've tried in a while. What's really awesome, though, is that I won the spin for Ross's final spin in his mystery package. What level is that package for? Because that's, I mean, I know what's in the package, and at least I think I know what's in the package. No, I don't think I know what's in the mystery one. Um, maybe I do. No, I don't. Um, but yeah, you get some good stuff from that. Tonic water was unexpected, pungent. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You should have warned me before I sprayed that on my skin. Although it's drying better. Once that spiciness is kind of going away, it's a lot of it's almost like molecule. It almost smells like molecule. Um anyway, let's get something better. Is musk therapy better? I actually heard this wasn't very good. I mean, let's see. I'm spraying it on the end of the other end of the test strip. This is my last test strip. I didn't realize her ran out. Oh, I can't smell that. Let's just spray it on the other wrist. Yeah. It's fresh and clean. Musky. A little bit of an ambery undertone. It smells like my wife's Riddle oil, which is like an amber musk. And it smells very simplistic. The final spin, Kendrick won that shit. Kendrick definitely won that. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, the Drake and Kendrick beef that's been going on since the Like That record came out, and even prior to that, like there was always hate and stuff like that. But Kendrick did the Like That with Future, and then Drake and Cole came out and did their song together, and um, after that, what is it? I'm trying to think. There was like 7 or 8 more diss tracks that came out, and every single one of them I dissected it, and I'm like getting a headache now thinking about it. And then like Kendrick did destroyed Drake, like absolutely destroyed him. If you guys don't know anything about it, then I'm talking nonsense. But then at the end, Drake came out and was basically saying that Kendrick was lying, and then everybody was calling Drake a pussy for giving up, and then somebody shot up Drake's house 2 days ago. So it's been going nuts. But Kendrick definitely won, like definitely won. Fragrance Dude for glory, yeah. I came up with my name. Well, my daughter did because of Boss Bottle Oud. I just emailed you to remind you to send me something. Kevin, don't say that on a live stream, man. That was supposed to be like a separate thing that I was trying to do nice for you, man. Like, you don't say that in a live stream. Here, I'm just removing that comment. So, I was doing something nice for Kevin, and you don't say that to all of my subscribers, buddy. I'm sorry, but I wasn't trying to have everybody know that I was sending you a bottle to be nice. Drake asked Kendrick to hop on his third person shooter, and K Dot turned him down. That's where this all stemmed from. Yeah, I know. He said that in his last song. But yeah, that kind of made me mad that he sent that. Life in these streets. No, but musk therapy is really nice. It's just very simplistic. It's like almost like an amber musk. It's kind of what it comes off like, and there's not much else going on with it. Um, am I losing my mind? Musk therapy. Citrus, musky, floral, fruity, woody. White musk, black currant, bergamot, mandarin orange, magnolia, white sandalwood, and hedoin. All I'm smelling is literally like a amber musk. Maybe a little bit of a fruitiness to it, like the black currant, but I mean, I'm not going to act and say that I smell black currant. I don't smell that. I don't really smell citruses. I smell almost like a amber woody musk. That's basically what I smell, and it smells nice. It's fresh, it's clean, everyday wear, but it smells more feminine than masculine. So it's definitely not one that I'll be picking up. I can tell you that for sure, especially because it's initio price range, which is like 180 to 250, somewhere in that range. Anyway, let's get into this last one because I gotta go soon. Yeah, I can't reach that. I'm gonna be washing my entire arm. You know what? I'm doing that on my next live stream. That is Paco Rabanne's XS. And I can't spray anywhere else, so I'm not spraying on my palm. And I've been spraying. I need to, like, before I do my live streams, I just need to go through and think about which 5 I'm doing on that live stream. Sandy, yes, thank you. I will get back and I'll just talk about Oceania to finish up my live stream. I already talked about Oceania earlier, but you missed that, so I'll talk about it now just so I have something to talk about for a minute. Roja Oceania, everybody in Ross's live stream when we did the decant swap told me that I was going to love that fragrance, and that I asked them, should I pick up Isola Blue or should I pick up Oceania and blind buy that? They said blind buy Oceania, blind buy Oceania. Well, I'm telling you, Oceania, I will never blind buy. I will never wear it. And it is a good fragrance that you could wear to like a beach wedding, but that's about it. It is really in your face citrus and powder. And while I love the citrus, it's too polarizing. It's way too polarizing. And I had my wife smell it. I had a guy at work put it on his arm and smell it. I had my boss smell it, and I had my daughter smell it, and my sister smell it, and every single one of them said absolutely not. They said they don't like it, and I'll be honest with you, I don't not like it. It's just I don't understand the hype for it. I honestly don't understand the hype for it. It is very powdery citrus situational. And so while it smells nice, I wouldn't give the fragrance over like a 7 to a 7.5 with the wearability factored in. I said the scent profile is probably itself like an 8, but Isola Blue for me is like a 9.5. And I think that Isola Blue knocks Oceania out of the water. I don't even think it's close. Like, I think for people who like powders and they like situational fragrances and they're more into like high-end niche, maybe, but I definitely wouldn't say anything about that. I don't know. Sorry, my YouTube just crashed. This live stream has, and I feel really bad, but I had to do a live stream on an off day, a day that I usually don't do live streams. So it was really slow today because Dedrick was doing his birthday live stream. And Sandy, see, I knew you would love Oceania. But just like Omos said on Ross's live stream, he said he blind bought Oceania because of the hype. And when he got it in, he said, why is everybody hyping this up? It is the worst blind buy that I ever made for a bad price. And so I completely agree. If I would have bought that bottle, I would have been taking it out on all of the people that told me to buy Oceania because, well, it doesn't smell bad. I will never in a million years wear it. It's not for me. Yet Isola Blue, I'll get that in and I'll probably wear it 100 times this year. And so I don't know. I love Isola Blue, and I just figured based on your guys' thoughts that Oceania had to be something ridiculously good, and it's super situational. And I agree with Newt, because me and Newt were having a conversation about it, and Newt said, yeah, it's super situational, and I don't understand the hype. And I was like, I agree. I said, I don't understand the hype either. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's citrus, and I can't stop smelling the Coffee Addict. It's so good. Yeah, Newt. I called it on Oceania. Newt, you're right. You were totally right on that one. But the thing is that I'm pretty sure that the people who were telling me to buy Oceania don't watch my channel very much, because if they knew me at all, they would not have told me to pick up Oceania. Because Oceania is a powdery fragrance. It's powdery citrus. And so if you watch my channel even for a week, I probably mentioned the fact that I'm not a powder fan probably 50 times a week. So I honestly don't know. I don't get that. Even a blind squirrel will find a nut every now and then. I love Isola Blue more, though. Waiting to hear about Isola Soul. Yeah, I heard about Isola Soul. I just haven't really dug deep into it. I usually wait until those fragrances go really low price But right now, Isola Soul is probably like 300, 400 bucks. I place Elysium Parfum above Isola Blue. I place Isola Blue as my favorite from the House of Roja. I like the Elysium Parfum as my second favorite, but for me, Isola Blue is my favorite Roja. Um, what's up, Kix? How you doing, man? Late to the party, and yes, I am actually leaving. I'm about to log off anyway. We had a slow live stream because Dedrick was doing his birthday live stream, and mostly everybody who comes to my live streams is in his live stream, so I kind of felt bad even doing my live, but I already had it scheduled, so I had to do it. With that said, I knew you were the blind squirrel, Newt. But thank you guys for everybody who did join. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to be doing a live stream with Ross and with Dedrick on Dedrick's channel at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Friday. So if you guys want to see that decant swap, make sure to go over there. We were going to do it on my channel, but on my channel, again, through StreamYard, I can't hook it up to a laptop right now. I don't have that access. And so, unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. So we have to do it on his channel. So, and oh yeah, Zaharoff, the new Seraphim Blue, that will be out on. He said next week. Ross said next week. So, at least that's what I'm hearing. Is it's supposed to be next week. So, yeah, if you guys want to check that out, we will definitely be picking that out soon. Yeah, Ross, hey, there you go. I figured, I was thinking this earlier. I was like, I wonder if Ross is watching in the background. Because I know you do that from time to time. You like are in the middle of doing something, just listening in the background. I was wondering your ears burning because I think I mentioned your name earlier too. Yeah, I said I feel bad because I never do live streams on Wednesdays. Dedrick was going live for his birthday. I already had this scheduled. I knew that it was going to be a really, really slow live stream. So I was like, you know what? I almost canceled it, but I decided to do it anyway. But we had like 30 people in here at one point in time, so whatever. Talked all about the details with Georgia. Are you able to post it? Are you going to be able to do the video? Ross, I know that you said that you were going to ask him. Is he going to let you do it? Oh, Monday. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see all of your comments yet. Pre-order Monday, review on Monday too. Nice. So my plan is that on Monday, I am going to be pre-ordering that while at the same time I'm going to be ordering Bloom. Also, I know that Citrine is coming back soon as well. And he also released the information for the new 4-ounce Citrine with the plaque on the front. 10% discount will be active with his link too. So thank you, Ross, for joining at the very end of the live stream. That is absolutely amazing to give that information to the people that were here. And so, yeah, I appreciate everybody that showed up. I am about to go head out and go for my run, and then I have to get back to work tomorrow. So thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.